Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 29th of April 2023 and tonight we're off back to the International Stadium. It is Gateshead versus Maidenhead United in the National League. It is the last game of the league season. It is of course a 5:30 kick-off, and after it, it is the Gateshead FC end of season Player of the Year awards. It's not really a massive deal, you could say, riding on the game itself, unless there is a pretty spectacular 7-goal swing between Maidenhead and Torquay. Other than that, both teams are pretty much staying up. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Let's have a look to Gateshead and let's end the league campaign on a high. Up the Heed. So here I'm in Gateshead, and going into this game this evening, Maidenhead are currently in 20th place in the National League table, which is of course the last place above the relegation zone, and they still could technically be relegated today, but what would have to happen is firstly Torquay would have to beat Wrexham, and there would have to be a 7-goal swing as well, so it's not particularly likely, let's be honest, but I think for them they may be sort of breathing a bit of a sigh of relief, because in recent weeks they really have slipped off the boil, and for what it's worth, by the end of play today it could look as though they may have just survived by the skin of their teeth. Of course, as it is now, where they are still sort of relatively comfortable. Anyway, as for us, we are currently in 15th place in the National League table, following Tuesday night's impressive win at Boreham Wood, and the highest we can finish is literally one place higher, 14th place. But all the same, it has been a very good second half of the season from us, that you must say, and even finishing 15th, that's still quite a few places higher than what we were maybe realistically even expecting. You think of this game today, I think a lot of people were about a month ago were thinking that we'd maybe go into it in maybe best case scenario with survival in our hands, but still in for a pretty nervy 90 minutes. But as it is, we can just sort of celebrate today, enjoy this game. Then of course afterwards it is the Player of the Year awards. I might get a chat with one or two fans or whatever, but not too sure, just see how the evening goes. I mean, I'm not sort of planning anything sort of massive specifically like I was with the Hereford game on the last day of the season last year, but really looking forward to this tonight. I imagine it's going to be a very positive atmosphere inside the International Stadium. It's sort of a bit of a send-off for the lads before Wembley, really, isn't it? And as well, I think, despite the fact it is a nothing game, I think you still sort of want to get in a habit of winning, and if we can go to Wembley on the back of winning the last 2 league games, that would be very nice indeed. Anyway, let's head into the International Stadium and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's warming up, and Maidenhead just getting ready just down here. I'm not too sure what colours they're going to be in this evening. Maybe a red strip, judging by the colour of the socks, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, we're getting ready down here. They're of course going to be in a home kit. Anyway, I will see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel. Half-time, Gateshead 3, Maidenhead United 0, and I tell you what, if we decide not to take our foot off the gas a bit in the second half, then Maidenhead might actually be in a little bit of trouble. You'd think that the Torquay players might be getting a gist of what's happening up here and will really start to sort of go for it in the second half. I mean, it's been a bit of a funny sort of game up here so far, really. I think up until we started scoring, I'd say Maidenhead maybe had the better of the chances, yet once we got ourselves 1-0 up, they've just totally gone to pieces in the box a little bit. I mean, the first goal is a glance header, the goalkeeper's sort of going the other way, and it's gone into the corner. The second one, maybe a little bit unlucky. I think he was trying to clear it off the line, but he's got his feet mixed up a bit. But the third one, no, you can't really excuse that sort of thing. Just so much space to run into, get a shot off and put it into the back of the net. So things may be spicing up a little bit on the last day of the National League season in the relegation battle, but as it stands, still a long way to go before it actually becomes serious. Obviously, it's not good for Maidenhead. Obviously, they've come all the way up here and are getting absolutely stuffed at half time, but it is what it is. I mean, as a Heed fan, obviously it is very pleasing to see us playing like this with so much freedom, etc. Obviously, it's the last game before Wembley, and this will certainly get the confidence levels up, especially considering all of the goal scorers. I mean, I don't know if Martin's going to get credited with the second one or not, but all of them are obviously eligible to play in the FA Trophy final. So, as far as we're concerned, long may it continue. Torquay 1, Wrexham 0. Maidenhead have got to tread very, very carefully now. Actually, starting to get a bit exciting.
What thinks?
I'm not going to lie, the Maidenhead are essentially parking a bus and they're trying to waste as much time as possible. It's so weird seeing a team do this when they're 3-0 down. But I guess in the circumstances, can you really blame them? It's 1-1 at Torquay now. I think that's Maidenhead pretty much safe. The fans are celebrating over there.
Demonstrate your overdue, you boss pass! Come on!
4 minutes valid time at the end of this game.
Get up on you.
Finished at Torquay 1-0, so Maidenhead will lift the fight another day in the National League. So yeah, everyone's going home happy.
We are the
We're going to win the league. Full-time Gateshead 4, Maidenhead United 0. A really good way there to end the league campaign, although I've got to say that is quite possibly one of the strangest things I've ever seen at a football match, where obviously Maidenhead were 3-0 down, but essentially resorting to time wasting and parking the bus. But I guess considering that they were obviously having to sort of keep an eye on the goal difference, bearing in mind at one stage Torquay were winning, I guess you can say I can't really blame them for that as such. I mean, like obviously Torquay scored relatively early in the second half, and from there it really was game on, and we were having several chances, so I think they sort of knew that they had to maybe change it up a little bit and they did that. They kept us at bay up until the closing stages of the game. But at that stage, Wrexham had equalised down in Devon anyway, so it was probably a goal that was probably rendered a bit insignificant as far as they're concerned. But for us, obviously delighted to end the league campaign with a win by a 4-goal margin. All that's left to say now is roll on Wembley. But for now, we are going to see the Player of the Year awards. So I'll catch you for that.
Would have been easy for the lads to be on the beach and not put in 100%, but as I've done over the last 2-3 years, sort of performance we'll come to expect these days.
Yeah, we're lucky to have an unbelievable group. Don't take the foot off the gas ever. A few of them's already in Portugal, I think. But they've been unbelievable all season. Obviously, the start of the season didn't quite go how we wanted, but they've stuck together. They've worked really hard, and that's all we can ask of them. And Adi was just a little bit of a cherry on the cake for it as well.
And Mike, pretty much repeating what we said before when I interviewed you outside, but it's been kind of a season of two halves. It was a real challenge throughout the first half. What was it that clicked midway through the season, do you think?
I just think the points didn't tally up with the performances early on, and it is difficult to keep the belief and keep going, but that's what the lads did, and they deserve a lot of credit for it. I think we started the season and we're full of confidence in the first three. Kind of results didn't reflect the performances, so in the second half, obviously working hard behind the scenes, and the boys deserve a lot of credit for that.
You mentioned, you've said it quite a few times, it's been about finding solutions to problems that have come your way. How big a part has the man to your left played in that?
No, I think, if any one man deserves all the credit, I think it's him. I think he embodies this club. The first day we came in, he's worked his socks off, and I think, like I say, if you were to attribute anyone, it'd be him.
Two halves really, but you must be delighted with the eventual outcome.
Yeah, it's been a long old season. From coming into this league, it's been a bit of an eye-opener for us all. I mean, knew it was going to be. It was just a case of how quick can we adapt to it. Probably took us until Christmas until we actually got to grips with the league. But once we did, I think we've kind of took it by storm. Obviously finishing in a form table quite high is obviously a success to us. But again, I just want to thank everyone who works behind the scenes here. As players, we don't often appreciate the amount of work that does go into running a football club. So to thank all of them, from all of the lads, it's a massive success this season, and it's only down to all of us that work so hard.
And more maybe the period between October and December, where results didn't go quite our way, and we had a turnaround of players, we had a huge injury list, but I know Mike and Rust have spoke about previously in terms of testament to the group and basically how strong the group is and how tight and together we are is a representation of how the things have turned around in the second half of the season with the work with the new shape and just ultimately just not backing away from adversity and ultimately bouncing back from setbacks and just being relentless in our pursuit to establish ourselves in the league, which is, like I say, just a testament to the group. So it's on a personal level it's been great, but it's there's more from a team point of view. It's been a fantastic season, loads of learning, and I think this last period is going to really catapult us into the final and the next season. Really looking forward to it already.
So the ladies' player of the year is
Christine Murray.
Waiting for everyone. Thank you. I don't know about defending.
Just to say, over the last year, I mean, you've developed massively in your time here. How easy has it been with this group of lads, with the management team?
Oh, unbelievable. The lads are a joke. The staff give you so much freedom. Everyone gets behind each other, so yeah, it's an unbelievable group. Not one I've experienced before.
On a Paddy. Spell here. Looking at the club now, just how much do you feel it's come on since back when you were first here?
Yeah, well, it's always been a special club. I think it's always been one that really taps into the local community, and obviously it helped when we're being successful and we're winning games. So, no, we really appreciate everyone getting behind us. It obviously means a lot, and it's been touched on there that Lee's been at every game, and I know we see a lot of the fans that come to most of the games, and we really do appreciate it. It really helps us, and so yeah, just another massive thank you from all the boys from us.
The season is
Camel Content.
teammates, but the supporters as well. You really enjoyed your time here?
It's been a whirlwind, I'll be honest. I think obviously when I first came, I was still getting used to everyone, but I think as time went on, I just took it in my stride and tried to play as much as I can, be consistent on and off the pitch. And yeah, I'm just delighted really. Just thank everyone that voted for me. So yeah, and all the players, thank you, thank the coaches. They've all contributed to it, so yeah, I'm delighted.
So we've got Josh with us. He's done quite a lot of the games this year. Like thinking back on the season just gone, what have been your sort of personal highlights of this season?
Personal highlights, I think probably every away game, from Dorking away in the height of the summer, right through to Tuesday night just gone at Borough, just having a bit crack on with everyone. Some of the journeys we've had to go through to get there with rail strikes and this and that. It's just been great, Dan, just all up there. And even at home as well, just seeing everybody here. It's just been a great season.
Yeah, and obviously a bit of an honour for you there tonight to be called up to present an award. How was that for you?
Yes, very grateful for that. Yes, definitely an honour. You know, just that little bit of recognition. I mean, we're all going to home and away, but to have that, it was, yeah, really, really nice. I'm very, very proud of that.
Okay, prediction for Wembley? Are we going to do it?
Of course they are, 100%.
And sort of looking a bit ahead to next season, what do you sort of hope we can achieve next season realistically?
I hope realistically mid-table finish. We've gotten used to the conference again. We're back there, we're steady. We've got rid of Wrexham, they're up. Perhaps Notts County, who knows? But we're steady, we know what's what. And I think mid-season I'll be quite happy with that.
Yeah, it can only be what's put in front of us, can't we?
That's right.
Anyway, cheers, Josh. Cheers,
Thank you, mate.
So we've got the AA squad with us now, Andy and Alfie. Lads, what's like thinking back on the season just gone? What have been your personal highlights? Andy, starting with you.
Wow, highlights of 6B, great starts. Obviously in Dagenham, after everything that's gone on. But it's not just about the football; it's the people, isn't it? It's the friendships you make. This club's just something completely different. It's something special to yourself, Dan, more than anything else. And for me, every game, every victory along the way has been a highlight for me.
When we scored that penalty to take us to Wembley, that was incredible.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Okay, and guess that kind of brings me on to my next question. How are we going to do it at Wembley?
Absolutely, come on!
And don't go anywhere. One more. Like looking ahead to next season, what do you hope we can achieve realistically?
Absolutely, just build on what we've done, see him again. I think there's absolutely no reason why we can't be competing exactly where we've ended the season at a good level without anything to worry about come the end of the season.
Yeah.
I reckon we get a big table finish, maybe even push for the playoffs, anything is possible.
Yeah. Cheers, lads. So that was that for this video. Some very well deserved award winners there tonight, in my opinion. It just shows though, like I think like the awards night last season, I think anyone could have walked away with any award, and I don't think like there would have been sort of bad value for it. But congratulations to all the winners, and yeah, that is that on our first season back in the National League. Obviously, towards the end there, I had a chat with a couple of our fans. We were just on about sort of personal highlights and what have you. I mean, for me, the personal highlight for me has to be York away on Boxing Day. I think that was a real sort of turning point for us. The way we just went down there and absolutely destroyed them really as well. I think other highlights, I'm going to say Boreham Wood the other night actually, because I just thought just how well we played on the night. It was a long journey down, it was an even longer journey back, but yeah, the fantastic night, the fantastic performance against a very good side, and obviously today a real good way to round off. And we could talk about the FA Trophy run all day really, but I think we'll save that for after Wembley. So it's been good. It's been a challenging season, but we've got to the end of it. I won't say in one piece given the amount of injuries that there has been this year, but we've all sort of come through it together, and we will look to build on it next season together. At this moment in time, I'm actually quite excited about next season. I think now that we've had a year at this level, I think it has taken sort of everyone a bit of time to adapt to that step up, whether that be the players. And I think Mike as a manager as well. I think this year's, if anything's just sort of made him even smarter as a manager than what he already was. And I think like first half of the season, as tough as it was a learning curve for everyone, and we are we've got a better team for it, and we're a better football club for it. So in the face of that first half of the season adversity, it has come some good, and and I'm sure we will look to push on next season. But obviously the next thing is Wembley, of course, but I'm not sort of sitting in limbo for 3 weeks. I've still got quite a bit planned, sort of most of it I will touch upon in the monthly update video for the channel, which is to come sort of during the week. But yeah, but that's that for this video, and I'll be back on Monday with the Northern League Division 2 playoff final between Billingham Town and Birtley Town. So promises to be a fantastic match between two of that league's best, and ultimately only one can go up, but all the same, really looking forward to it. Until then, take care, cheers for watching, and I'll see you later.